Ambassador, let me ask you about one of the areas where Ukrainians citizens live, but there's a lot of skepticism that your military is going to be able to recover that territory soon, and that's Crimea. We've had pretty direct statements from General Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, that he thinks this year it's unrealistic to think that Ukraine can recapture Crimea. I want to ask you whether there is some outcome short of a total military conquest of Crimea that would be acceptable, some kind of deferred status. Demilitarization of Crimea was suggested on this program by our Undersecretary of State, Victoria Nuland, last week. Any of those formulas ones that Ukraine would consider discussing?
Well, the short undiplomatic option answer is no, but let me expand on that. So demilitarization is, of course, a very important part of what should be done. But look, Crimea is no different from any other oblasts in Ukraine. Years, if not decades, of Russian propaganda led people to the situation which we faced in 2014, when a sham referendum in Crimea, not different from a sham referendum which was recently conducted by Russians in Kherson or in any other places under the barrels of the guns, is no different from what is going on now. So for us, to liberate Ukraine and to win in this war, and President Zelensky has very clearly stated this in his 10-step peace formula, is to restore territorial integrity and our sovereignty within internationally recognized borders. That includes Crimea. Let me remind you that in 1991, 98% of Ukrainians voted to be independent. When asked on a free and fair referendum, 98% everywhere, including Crimea. Those borders have been recognized not only by Ukraine, but by everyone, including Russia. Those borders are recognized by the UN. This is what Ukraine is. And look, in Europe, we can pick any period of the time in the past and find different borders. This is not how it's done in the modern world. We can pick a period in the time when we actually had parts of Russia, which are now Russia, and they were part of Ukraine. But civilized people today do not do that. Civilized people do not review what was in the past.